instructed me to welcome Rami Ranger, Tariq Ghaffur, my parliamentary colleagues Narendra Sharma, Minister of State Gareth Thomas, Minister Patrick Fadden, Minister Dawn Butler, Mark Crossley, Arjun Vicaria, and Barry Humphries, and anyone, and of course Lord Clement Jones from the other place, as we call it. Now, there's an awful lot of names I've left off. I can only profoundly apologise for that. But just to say that when I received this invitation, I saw the cover of the book, and I naturally assumed it was called India Inc. How India's top 10 entrepreneurs are whining globally. I assumed this was going to be an alcoholic tour of the world. And it was going to be followed with how India's entrepreneurs are dining globally. And then, of course, how Indian entrepreneurs are shining globally. But in fact, as ever, Vikas was right and I was wrong. And this was about whining, because we are here tonight to not just see the launch of this magnificent volume, but if we may, my lords, your excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, to pay tribute to a truly great writer. This is a man. This is a man. Together we have sailed the broad, majestic Hooghly River. Together we have scaled the snow-capped peaks of Kashmir. We have baked in the Rajasthan desert. We have gone in Punjab from the heartbreaking tragedy of the Jallianwala to the wonders of the Golden Temple of Amritsar. We've got lost in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Chennai. We have sipped tea in Assam, lassi in Kashmir, and in my case, cobra and kingfisher, absolutely everywhere else. And during the time that Vikas and I visited Mother India on so many occasions, he said to me, "One day, Steve, I'm going to write a book." I said, "Vikas, may it be about anything other than our adventures in India." And he has produced that wonderful book, because Vikas and the subject of his book have one thing in common. The subjects, the 10 people of whom he writes, are people who are all enormously successful, but successful in a way that hasn't happened before, in a globally successful way, in a way almost beyond the old boundaries. And they and Vikas never ever forget at any stage that they are Indian. And therefore it is India that comes across in everything they say and everything they do. And, I'm sorry, Madame Pota, our author's wife. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Many think she's his daughter, but we know that. One of the best investments you've ever made. And we have an extraordinary book here. Now, may I say that there are copies of this book on sale and the doors have been locked. Vikas is available to write a short, pithy message on it. And I say that the very rare copies of Vikas's books are the ones that aren't signed. However, many of you... Well, apparently there is one that Rami Ranger bought it and laid it down as an investment. Unfortunately, we then ruined by taking it to you and getting you to sign it. There will be copies to sign, and I hope all of you do read it, because this is a story which is not just an inspirational story of 10 extraordinary people. It is actually a template for the 21st century. It is the way in which global entrepreneurism has changed and is changing. And at the heart of that change, at the heart of that new world, at the heart of that new energy is India. And that's what we're here tonight to recognise. Dixit Joshi, who is another one who should feature in this book, he's not in the book, but he should be in the next edition, who is, of course, the Chief Executive Officer of, is it Barclays Wealth? Barclays Capital. Sorry, we old Labour people have trouble using the word capital. I'm I'm sorry. As we gather in the week that Jyoti Basu, the former leader of the Communist Party of India, brackets Marxist Leninist, close brackets, has died, I should of course say Barclays surplus value. And I've just been semaphore a message from the back of the room, which is a skill that only one person in London has, and that is a man we know as Barry G. Barry Gardner, who has just joined us. Barry, you're very, very welcome. Can I then hand over to Dr. Joshi? But Vikas, thank you for inviting all of us here today, and thank you for being Vikas, and also for writing an extraordinarily important book. That this book will be the basis for many articles, much discussion, and I sincerely hope the fattest royalty checks of which a man can dream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Dr. Joshi.